everyone. Welcome to this live stream. I would say this broadcast. I'm so excited that you have decided to join me in this 20 minutes. I'm going to give you guys 20 minutes, okay? I'm going to give you 20 minutes of helping you to reclaim your life of abundance. I am Kristy Angelee, CEO of Angelee Vision Reclaim Company, where I empower elite single moms to reclaim their life of abundance by giving them the mental, practical, and strategies and guidance they need. So, if this is your first time joining me, I need you to drop a one in the comments. If this is your first time joining me, drop a one in the comments. If this is your second time joining me, drop that two in the comments. If this is your third time and beyond, drop that three in the comments. I am going to, and also my threes show mad love to my ones and twos. Let them know that they are in the right space to reclaim their life of abundance, gain breakthrough, right? Real life breakthrough. Okay, where you may be feeling stuck, uncertain, lack of confidence, walking in minimum power. We're going to push you to your fullest power. We're going to push you to your fullest potential. And so I want to make sure that you're in the right room, that you're in the right space. And so do me a huge favor. I'm going to go ahead and tag and share on my end. And I need you to go ahead and tag and share also on YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube family, for being a part of this live stream. If this is your first time joining us on YouTube, go ahead and drop a one in the comments. If this is your second time joining us on YouTube, drop a two in the comments. If this is your third time and beyond joining us, drop that three in the comments. And do me a favor, let me know if you are able to hear me clearly, okay? Let me know if you can hear me clearly, okay? So if you can hear me clearly, listen, I am in love with tulips. So drop a tulip in the chat for me, okay? So drop that I am this Southern girl. So if you have that little magnolia looking flower in the on your apps as well, drop that emojis. I think that's the name that I want to say. Drop that in the comments as well to let me know that you are hearing me clearly, okay? And I think that's all of the formalities that I want to get out of the way. That's all the formalities. Making sure you're tagging. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me make sure that I'm set up so I can see each and every one of you that may be responding and all the good things. Let me see. Okay, so we are going to make sure that I am able to see those that are commenting. I'm going to make sure that I am able to um, respond and engage with you all on a greater level. I'm excited. So again, let me go ahead and tag a few people in here while y'all are making your way into this room. Hey, it's a last minute, and I know that's probably not some of your jam, but this is a last minute. But I'm glad that you are able to pop in. Okay, so we're going to be speaking on a topic that is very needed for such a time as this. I want to say a topic that is very needed. We're going to be talking on, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Why women keep missing their moment. Why women keep missing their moment. And if this is you, I need you to know that you are not alone and there is nothing wrong with you. I want you to know that there is nothing that is, you don't have to compare yourself to anyone. You don't have to feel depressed, down. You don't have to allow the negative emotions to make you feel as if you are not doing something right. I would say you are not right as a person, as a human, because you are, first of all, you are created in the image and likeness of God. And so that right off the bat lets me know that you are more than enough and you have everything that you need to reclaim your life of abundance. Okay, so I want you to know that already so you can get out of that mindset feeling depressed, down, feeling unworthy, feeling invaluable, anything that tries to come and I would say take you into a negative space, tell you who you aren't instead of who you are, or tell you who you are in a way that is pulling you from who you are in Christ, or your identity and your purpose. We want to reframe all of that. We want to reframe all of that. We want to see breakthrough. We want to experience real life, changes, that things that you can apply immediately, and you will start seeing changes in your life. So I had a session on today, and when I'm talking about immediate breakthrough, we were feeling the room shift, feeling the power come in or to be revealed and released. It was a beautiful session on today, right? And so that is the same type of breakthrough I want to bring to you on today. The breakthrough that when you can start feeling yourself, you're seeing yourself, you're hearing yourself speaking differently. You're feeling the thoughts coming that are, greater than, that are overcoming thoughts, that are more than thoughts, that are conquering thoughts, that are thoughts of joy and peace, like real life breakthrough that you can immediately feel and also carry with you outside of the session. So it was phenomenal. And this is the same type of breakthrough. This is the same type of healing, because healing came in, healing from feeling, lack of confidence, right? So these things come to you to keep you from realizing, if you allow it, if you have the right mindset, life challenges, life circumstances, life setbacks, life upsets, these things can come to you. They want to come to test your resolve. I'm going to say it like that. When you're faced with the issue, no matter how great or how small it is, it's coming to test your resolve. It's coming to test if what you are saying, what you are believing for, what your goals are, what your vision is, are you going to continue to rise to the occasion if this difficult situation, or what you see as difficult, or what you see is impossible, is set before you? What are you going to do? Are you going to shrink? Are you going to give up? Are you going to throw in the towel? Are you going to say, this is not for me? I thought. Are you going to allow the environment? Are you going to allow the people who mean well, who feel like they're looking out for your best interest, but yet they're talking you down, telling you should try something else, telling you to give up? Are you going to allow those chatters to speak louder than your vision, than your goal, than where you see yourself being, what you see yourself doing? So if you ever felt like you were right there, I know I said a lot. If you ever felt like you were right there on the edge of a breakthrough, but somehow missed it, this conversation is for you. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to share this conversation with you. If you've ever looked at someone else winning, have you ever looked at someone else winning and thought, that could have been me? What about me? That could have been me. Should have been me. If you've ever sabotaged your own start or talked yourself out of a yes, today I'm talking about why women keep missing their moment. I'm talking about why. We're talking about this. We're having a conversation around this. So if you want to chime in, please drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how, if you've been in this space, if you're in this space, and how you're navigating this space. What tools, what strategies are you using? What words of affirmation, what Bible scripture are you standing on to help you navigate this place? So, and more importantly, not only are we talking about this particular thought or topic, we are talking on how to stop, because you can stop. You can. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, the answer lies within you. But the key to success is being in the right environment. The key to pulling out that answer is being in the right environment. And you may think that the right environment may be something that is all positive. There is no distractions. There are no outside, negative talk and all these things. But what if I tell you, my God, that the answer can be in that adverse trial, that adverse situation that you're facing, that problem, that child that is like, oh my God, if she says one more thing, or that co-worker that is getting on your last nerves and you are ready to lay hands, and it's not anointing hands in that aspect of like we're gonna bless them. You may say you're gonna bless them, but listen. Or it may be in ministry, it may be, in relationship, building stronger relationships. And there is such a toughness in that, a hardship in that, a feeling impossible. But what if I told you that is the key? Can be where your answer is awaiting you, but your attitude can possibly be keeping you from seeing it. Okay? So, we're going to talk about, for the next 5 minutes, the traps that block your moment. What are some of the traps that may block your moment? So, we don't miss our moment because we're lazy. I'm not calling you lazy. You're not lazy. You know you're not lazy. We don't want anybody else calling you lazy unless you are literally just have that laziness because you don't want to do anything. So, but for the sake of this positive, this what's your I can, this forward moving, this power packed, broadcast, you're not lazy. It's not because we're lazy or you're lazy. We miss it because of three things. And I'm going to give you those three things. Let me know when you're ready. I want you to let me know when you're ready. Just drop, I'm ready. Okay, so one of those things can be delay disguised as preparation. Delay disguised as preparation. The second one is fear dressed up as wisdom. Delay disguised as preparation. Fear dressed up as wisdom. And busyness that feels like productivity, but it's really avoidance. And so when these arise, when you see yourself delay, I want you to stop and ask yourself why. Why am I delaying? Some of us are forever planning and never launching. And this is what we're talking. You're forever planning that trip with your children. You're forever planning that staycation. You're forever planning to write that book. You're forever planning to launch your business, to launch your, singing career, launch your cooking career. You're forever planning and never launching. We're getting ready to get ready. Is this you? Have you ever felt, are you in that space where you are getting ready to get ready? I'm getting ready to do this, right? You're getting ready. So you're pre-planning for the pre-planned. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. So we're getting ready to get ready. But I want to borrow from Brian Tracy for a moment. Can I borrow from Brian Tracy for a moment? He says, your ability to discipline yourself to take action is the key to success. Okay. Your ability to discipline yourself is the key to success. Discipline, preparation without movement is just procrastination in pearls. Woo! Preparation without movement is just procrastination in pearls. Okay, so we're going to tackle the second one. We talked about fear dressed up as wisdom. And this is what you're saying. You're saying, I'm just being cautious, right? I'm being cautious. But let's call it fear of rejection. I want you to really think about it. Are you really being cautious? Or hidden all the way underneath it, when you really look at it, you're being cautious for what? You're being cautious so that you won't get rejected. You're being cautious so that you won't get turned down, so that someone won't say no to you, so that dream won't say no to you, so that vision won't say no to you, so your funds won't say no to you. I'm just being cautious, right? Fear of visibility, fear of failing in public. I'm going to borrow from Jim Run. Can I borrow from Jim Run for a moment? Hey, mother dear. Hey, Mark, how are you? I'm going to borrow from Jim Run, and this is what he says. He says, if you don't design, I want you to listen to this. I want you to get this. If you don't design your own life, If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's. And I want to read something I was reading earlier today. I'm going to read something that I feel like really blessed me on another level. Okay. That really spoke to me on another level, talking about designing your own life plans. Okay. And it's going to be dealing with your beliefs, right? It's going to be dealing with self-limiting beliefs. Okay, so let me find this really quickly and I'm going to read this to you. All right. Let's see. If I can find it, then I'm going to read it. But if I can't, we're just going to keep it going. I want to read it. Okay, so we're going to talk about business that feels like purpose. But as soon as, let me see. A lot of times what we're thinking, our attitudes, our belief system, and how we are maneuvering in our life, the lens, we actually view our world through a lens of beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, and preconceived notions. You are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. You can think yourself into a personality type. You can think yourself into a disability, a sickness, a certain type of persona about yourself. What you can think your way into these things. So Proverbs 23:7 and something that I hold on to says that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Fear dressed up as wisdom. You say I'm being cautious, but let it, is it fear of rejection? I'm going to be rejected if I put this out here. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants what I have. All the things. I'm not good enough. I'm not well enough. A lot of these things are shaped by your environment, shaped from your childhood, shaped from, just what you're viewing through your lens. Okay, so your self-concept precedes and predicts your levels of performance and effectiveness in everything you do. So fear dressed up as wisdom can have a lot to do with your self-concept, right? So let's keep it tracking here. Busyness that feels like purpose. We can get so caught up in busyness that feels like purpose. You're managing everything except your mission. This comes from not having clarity in purpose, clarity in your mission. It comes from not having a definiteness of purpose or definiteness of clarity, helping everyone build, but your own vision sits in drafts, helping everyone complete their goals, complete their tasks. This could be on a 9 to 5. This could be in your family, helping everyone complete their goals, complete their tasks. This can be in your own business, endeavors, helping everyone, collaborating with everyone else for their business, for their influence to increase. But when it comes down to you're not giving the same efforts and collaborating with yourself, giving yourself permission to be great, to tap into that power that you have and to unleash that power that you have. Dr. Cindy Trim's one of my favorite preachers, says destiny is never found in the comfort zone. Destiny isn't never found in the comfort zone. So busyness can be a comfort zone for so many. Busyness can be a comfort zone for so many. Sometimes the enemy isn't distraction, it's overcommitment. Okay, sometimes the enemy isn't distraction, it's overcommitment. What's really happening is when people keep doing this, why, when you keep doing this, or this is the why do powerful women miss divine moment? We're going to, the why in that. Why do they miss powerful moments? Because we haven't yet healed the narrative we've believed about ourselves. Because so many single moms, especially, haven't healed the narrative that they believed about themselves. So many of us haven't healed the narrative that we believe about ourselves. And so you believe that busyness is the key. And you're wrapped up in all these other three, reasons or for not for missing your moment, right? So the first question that I always ask is, who told you that you had to have it all figured out before you started? So we want to make sure, and a lot of times, you are told, maybe you've heard this before, count up the cost. This is a biblical reference. You want to first count up the cost. What man starts to build a house before first counting up the cost, right? And so it's like, I got to have it all figured out. I got to know how much is I'm going to have, the wood is going to take, the cement is going to be, the light fixtures and all the 9 yards, right? So we think that we have to have it all figured out before you start. So who told you it was selfish to pursue your purpose while raising a family? Who told you your moment had to look like someone else's? This is where the WYIC framework comes in. The wonder, the yield, the inventory, the capability. The WYIC stands for what's your I can. This is where this comes in, right? So the wonder, and we're past our time. We're a minute past our time. We're going to wrap this up. What if this is my moment? I want you to take a moment and just allow your mind to imagine, what if this is my moment? Allow yourself to feel the feels. What are you feeling right now, just by asking yourself that? Did you just get nervous? And then you want to ask yourself, why did I get nervous? Where did this nervousness come from? What is attached at the end of this nervousness? Who is attached at the end of this nervousness? What face do you see at the end of this nervousness, right? What if this is my moment? I want you to settle there. I want you to sit there for a moment and allow yourself to think, what if this is my moment? How do you feel about it? How are you responding inwardly? How are you now responding mentally? Your subconscious mind, what is it saying to you, right? Because your mind is telling you yes, but your subconscious mind is remembering something that someone told you a while back, that maybe you're not good enough for that right now. You don't have everything that it takes, or you don't have the intelligence, or you're a single mom and you can't do this, or just life itself being stereotyped as a single mom. There's so many layers to be broken through as a single mom, and now you're looking at, what if this is my moment? But then you begin to reflect on, oh, I'm a single mom. But who told you that? I'm a single mom, so I have to work this. I'm a single mom, so I can't do this right now. I'm a single mom, so there's no one that's going to support, me in a way that is going to help all of us win. Right? Maybe you heard you're a single mom, you got to do this on your own. You probably heard that passed down. I'm not going to help you raise those children. You did this. This is your bed. You got to lie in. Nobody's going to want to raise your kids or help you take. You have to do this yourself. All the things that you could have heard, and now subconsciously it's coming up when you think about, what if this is my moment? What if this is my moment? Yield. What beliefs am I still yielding to that don't deserve me? What beliefs am I still yielding to that don't serve me? What beliefs am I still yielding to that don't serve me? Inventory. What do I already have that qualifies me for this? You want to take a look at what you already have. Do you already have a business name? Do you already have a certification? Do you already have a laptop, or do you already have a Canva? I'm just talking, like, really, what do you already have? Do you already have someone who said that, well, if you're able to do this for you? Who do you have? What do you have? What do you already have in your possession that qualifies you for this? Capability. What can I do today that brings me closer to it? What can you do today that brings you closer to it? Maybe it's simply letting go of a limiting belief on today that's going to bring you closer. Maybe it's simply reframing your speaking to yourself. Maybe you're telling yourself, you're talking to yourself in a negative way. I don't have what it takes. Maybe you do have what it takes, but it hasn't been realized yet. So instead of saying I don't have what it takes, listen to this. I have what it takes, it just haven't it needs to materialize. I have what it takes. It needs to materialize. Instead of I don't. Always speaking in the negative, always saying what you can't do, what you don't have, what you speak in a right now, because you have everything you need already pertaining to life and godliness. You have the power to get wealth. You have that power to get wealth. Okay, so we want to shift from missing to mastering your moment. We're going to take this moment to shift from missing to mastering your moment. Let me give you 3 mindset shifts to stop missing your moment and start mastering. Are you ready? We're just going to do 3. Clarity over complexity. Clarity over complexity. Don't confuse doing the most with doing what matters. Don't confuse doing the most with doing what matters. Ask, what's the one thing I need to say yes to this week? Write it, speak it, do it afraid. Ask yourself, what's the one? We're going to stop overcomplicating. Get the complexity out the way. Clarity over complexity. What's the one thing I need to say yes to this week? The one thing. Write it, speak it, do it afraid. Number 2, micro movements matter. Micro movements matter. Brian Tracy teaches Eat That Frog, and that is one of the greatest books I have read. I absolutely, admonish you to go and purchase that book if you have not read that book or don't have the book in your arsenal. You need that in your library. Tackle the hard thing first, okay? One post, one pitch, one yes. Momentum isn't magic, it's consistency. Momentum isn't magic, it's consistency. One post, one pitch, one yes. Stop allowing other people to overcomplicate. Stop allowing what you're seeing going on in everybody else to make it more complex than it needs to be. One post, one pitch, one yes. You need a room. Number 3, you need a room that sees you. You need a room that sees you. Okay? You can't do purpose in isolation. Lisa Nichols, another one of my all-time faves. Lisa Nichols says, you don't get to be both the masterpiece and the paintbrush alone. You don't get to be both the masterpiece and the paintbrush alone. That's why I created the WYIC Inner Circle, because success leaves clues. But you have to be in the right room to see them. And I want you to know that your moment is now. So if this resonated with you, I want you to remember this. You are not waiting on a moment. You are the moment. I tell myself, I'm not waiting on permission. I am the permission. Why? Because God has already called me. He says that you are the head. And come on, somebody. You are the head and not the tail. So I don't have to wait on permission. I am permission. One, because God has already given me permission. He has already said I've got everything I need pertaining to life and godliness. He's already told me that I have the power to get wealth. He has already told me wealth and riches are in my home. So why am I waiting? Because you're waiting. Why are you waiting? Why do I need to wait? I waited because I didn't realize fully the potential or the power that I had. I didn't know how to work it. I didn't know how to allow it to manifest, right? So maybe you are waiting because you don't know that you are the moment. There's something in you that the world has been waiting on, okay? And the longer you delay, the longer someone else's freedom is postponed. I am reminded of, I did a nighttime live and I was talking about Esther, Queen Esther and Queen Vashti. If Vashti would have obliged King Xerxes' request, her no, her yes to his request would have closed up someone else's mouth. This is the reason why they want to get rid of her, because they even said, man, if she's doing this, this means that every other woman is going to feel like they can tell us what to do. And so we can't have that. So you are the one, you are someone's answer. There's someone in you, there's something in you that the world has been waiting on. And the longer you delay, the longer someone else's freedom is postponed. You are the key to someone else's freedom. Okay, you are the key to someone else's freedom. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up in your motherhood, in your message, in your mission. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to drop a butterfly if you're ready to stop missing and start moving. I want you to drop a butterfly if you're ready to stop missing and start moving. And then I want you to DM me inner if you want to be part of the WYIC Inner Circle community, because the right community will not let you shrink. Thank you so much for joining me on Why Women Keep Missing Their Moment. And I pray that you are no longer missing your moment and realize that you are the moment.